One of the best things about living in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area is that you're exposed to so many different pockets. In fact, today on this walking tour, I'm going to be taking you around another hidden gem in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. I'm also going to be taking you to a place that's been making national headlines lately, taking you to a zoo, and be sure to stay tuned until the end because I'm going to be taking you to a neighborhood that is very popular, but if you do decide to buy there, you got to be sure that your house stays above water. So let's go ahead and get started with this next episode right now. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, my name is Troy Seifert. I'm a top producing realtor in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I help people all the time who are watching this channel who are just like you, people who are from the West Coast, the East Coast, down south, even across the world, wherever you might be. I've been getting phone calls, people reaching out to me to potentially make a move here. So whether you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from now, I'd love to be able to hear from you. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the content, give me a thumbs up if you possibly could. Right now, where I'm walking, I'm at another, I would say more downtown area called REO Town. REO Town, if you look right here, like if you've been following my channel for a little while, because we have over 100 videos, I took you to a place called Old Town. REO Town is a much smaller version, I feel, of Old Town because it's just one strip here. Like if you're looking right here, I'm going around, you'll see another strip right over here. And the side that I'm on, you'll see has some shops, but you're also on a main road, which is Washington Avenue. And the thing that is really cool about this area is that since 2010, they did put a lot of money to revitalize this area. There's a church that meets here called Riverview Church. There's also a lot of different venues where people do live music. I just came from Blue Owl Coffee Shop, so I'm getting my morning started, and it is a little chilly here. It is fall here in the morning, and I have to support local business like Blue Owl Coffee. So got my coffee here. Blue Owl Coffee, for people who are coffee snobs, it is a great place to be able to go to. They have some very creative drinks that they call cocktails. They're non-alcoholic, but you got to be able to, you know, if you do move here, you at least have to try this place once. And I've taken clients and people who have been watching this channel actually to this place. So maybe I could take you here one time so you can take a look. There's also Saddleback Barbecue. That's a place that has made national headlines lately on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives for their barbecue. There's a place right down here called Good Truck and Diner that used to be here. Now they're going to be potentially redoing that. This is a place that there's a lot of just different venues, arts venues. And if you look right behind me here, I featured this one other time. If you look right here, see those 3 smokestacks right there? That's Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. That's a part of Lansing Board of Water and Light. So the Lansing Board of Water and Light, they're the people that take care of the electricity, also the water, obviously because the Board of Water and Light, the water sewer within the Lansing area. So this is just a very commercialized slash up and coming area, I would say. And again, like there's just a bunch of different boutique shops that are around here. That's the thing I love about Lansing, is that there are just so many different pockets that you can go to. I featured a video on Eastwood Town Center. I featured a video on the west side of Lansing where Delta Township is. I featured a video in East Lansing where the students are. There's an amazing downtown. South Lansing, that's up and coming, even with a Chick-fil-A that's gonna be coming there. Then I've also got Old Town, now I've got REO Town, then there's the downtown Lansing area. There's so many different pockets to explore here in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. So again, I wanted you to just be able to see another hidden gem that might be small, but it has some really cool local shops. And if you're really into local and supporting the local businesses, this is definitely a place you're gonna wanna check out. Next, I'm going to be taking you to a place that has made national headlines lately. It's a really, really, really funny story. So I will meet you over there in a bit. All right, everybody, I'm here at my next stop. You might think this is super weird, but I think it's super cool. And I apologize, you might be able to hear the traffic behind me because you can see right here, I'm at a busy part of town. Like this is a 40-mile-an-hour road. This is Pennsylvania. Nothing special over here, but we do have a place that has a cult following in Lansing, believe it or not. You can see right behind me. Here's Big Penny, the truck eating bridge. You're like, what's the big deal with Big Penny? Well, especially in the last year, they decided to have a Facebook group about Big Penny. Only 2 days ago, there was an actual truck, a Bud Light truck to be exact, that got stuck right on this bridge. You're gonna see the picture here on this video to show proof that it actually did happen. Believe it or not, there are actual trucks that get stuck here, and it's like once or twice a month. I don't know if they just can't see the clearance that says 12 feet or what. So what they've decided to do over time, like this did not always look like this, but they added T and they added eyes up here on the top. There's nothing they can do about it because this is a train track over here. So the thing that's amazing to me, I mean, they have a sign out front here that says that Big Penny has eaten like 104 trucks. I think that's gone up by one since a couple days ago. We have approximately 24 trucks for the year 2025. But the thing that's amazing is, why don't people see this? There was a joke made of the Bud Light truck that got trapped underneath here. It was almost like, was he drinking a little bit too much booze going underneath there? And there's all these memes that you can make out of that photo from that. But I wanted to take you to a very weird icon, but it is a true thing. It makes headlines. It's made headlines, not just here in this area, but even across the country, because semi trucks are getting stuck here and they don't know their clearance. So anyway, next place I'm going to take you to is right down the street here. I'm going to take you into Potter Park Zoo. I don't think I've taken you in there yet, so I will meet you right over there. So hey my friends, I'm here at Potter Park Zoo. I'm here during the fall time, so this is kind of a season of transition for Potter Park Zoo. If you haven't been following my channel, I did talk a little bit about Potter Park Zoo, but it is one of Michigan's oldest zoos. Because they're one of Michigan's oldest zoos, they really only have a certain footprint on the land, so they can't really expand all that much. But right now at Potter Park, this is a time of transition. You can see the different colored leaves here because it's fall. You saw I took my coat off because it's starting to get a little bit warmer out here. That's what you gotta love about fall. In the morning, you wear your coat here in Michigan. During the afternoon, it warms up. You start wearing maybe like a 3/4 sleeve of what I'm wearing. And then as time goes on during the day, it might get a little warmer and you might wear a t-shirt. Gotta love how fall is. But Potter Park Zoo, it's pretty amazing. The trail that I'm on right here, you can see trees everywhere, lots of trails that go off. Today, and hopefully as I'm talking here, you're gonna be able to see all the footage I took. But today I saw a bald eagle, I saw peacocks, I was able to see penguins, I was able to see a lion, I was able to see tigers. No bears, oh my, but no bears, but saw lions, tigers, I saw monkeys. Here at Potter Park, they have an indoor house when it gets cooler, so some of the animals will come inside. I had some really, I feel like, intimate moments with some of the animals, like where they were just right there in front of me, which was super cool. The lion was, right behind glass. He's kind of like opening his eyes a little bit. There were some bongos that I was extremely close to as well. And in a smaller zoo, you might not have as many of those up close and personal moments. Right now, like the petting zoo is closed. There's some turtle exhibits that are closed. My favorite exhibit walking around here were the penguins. I was able to kind of see them swim around. That was really cool. There's a reptile house. And like I said, right now they are in the middle of a transition season. Because of it being fall, they do have Halloween events. So you'll see some skeletons out here with some buckets of candy because it's Boo at the Zoo. And then during Christmas time, which is one of my favorite times to come here, it's always at nighttime, they have Wonderland of Lights, where at nighttime you are able to see all of the lights everywhere, and you still can see some animals because of some of the indoor shelters that they have for some of the animals. But again, when it's cooler out, some of the exhibits are closed. I was able to get in here for about 20 bucks, and I'm a non-Ingham County resident. So if you live in Ingham County, then you do have a discounted rate, but you also had to pay parking. So for myself, just myself, only 20 bucks. Why do I bring up the price? Well, they do have a reciprocal membership with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums all throughout the nation. So there are some zoos and aquariums that you can go to throughout the entire nation that are 50% off or 100% off. It just depends on what reciprocity they have with that aquarium or zoo. So if you have heard of Shed Aquarium in Chicago, if you have a zoo membership and you purchase it, which is a little bit under $100 for a basic membership, then you can go to Shed Aquarium with your entire family for 50% off. There are some places that you can get into with being with Potter Park Zoo and having the membership here. There are some places you can get into absolutely free. So if you're somebody that likes going to zoos and aquariums, definitely purchase it here. Because like I said, for under $100, like I spent $20 on myself alone. Then if you kind of up the membership, you might get free parking, you might get free admission to Boo at the Zoo, you might get free admission to Winter Wonderland. I promise you guys, I am not a spokesperson for the zoo. That's not why I'm doing this. But I want to give you guys some ideas of ways that you can maybe save money if you are really into zoos and aquariums throughout the entire country. But overall, a nice zoo. What I've always said about Potter Park, it's nothing huge, but it is a place that people can spend a couple hours, look over some beautiful views. There's some nice views of ponds, there's some little trails as well, and you do have trees everywhere with shade. So during the summer months, you're not gonna feel like you're just really overheated. And you do get to see some of the main attractions, like a lion and a tiger and a black rhino, some things that are extinct that you would never be able to see in a smaller city. City of Lansing still has some pretty cool opportunities. I wish they had a giraffe. That's like my favorite animal, but that's okay. Maybe in the future they will, who knows? But I'm now gonna meet you at our final stop. I'm gonna take you into a neighborhood that if you live there, you might be required to have flood insurance to be there. So that could be an additional cost, but they have some really cool homes with character. So I'll meet you right over there. Really quick note before I'm leaving Potter Park Zoo here, I had to tell you guys a funny story. So I'm walking out of Potter Park Zoo and there's an emu towards the front, and it's like the emu is just following me. And I know that there's like a nice little fence in front protecting me, but he was like on the prowl, like trying to follow me and going, I'm gonna get you. So a little freaked out. So even though the emus look extremely, hey, that bald eagle there is making a little call there. Hey, you guys are getting this right on camera right here. Bald eagle right behind me is making some nice little calls. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that is pretty cool. Huh, interesting. I did not plan that, I promise. But even though the emu looks like it's an innocent animal in Liberty Mutual, I don't necessarily know if it is, because I felt like I was getting chased. So I will see you over at that neighborhood. Bye. Hey everybody, I'm here in Sycamore Park neighborhood. In fact, from Potter Park Zoo, I just went right across the river. I didn't actually drive right across the river, but it's literally like Potter Park Zoo, right over there, river right here, and then here's Sycamore Park neighborhood. So in this neighborhood, there are all different types of homes. There's some great smaller homes, some Cape Cod homes, older homes built in the 40s and 50s. Then you have some larger estate homes that are directly across from the river, which is right where I'm at. Of course, because it's an old neighborhood, you see all the trees that are here, and you can even see the leaves have fallen because it's fall right now. The reason why this is called Sycamore Park neighborhood is because there is a City of Lansing park here called Sycamore Park. Who would have thought? So there isn't necessarily a homeowners association, but if you're looking at some of the starter homes in this neighborhood, around $200,000 to $250,000, depending on how large the home is. If you're looking at some of the grander estates that are larger, have more square footage, you're looking at the ballpark of probably around $350,000. If it's a little bit larger, it could be inching closer to that. But the one thing you have to be aware of in this neighborhood is that a majority of the homes here have flood insurance. And even if you pay cash, this is the one neighborhood where you are going to want to have flood insurance. They have had floods here because the Grand River, again, right over here, it can flood the neighborhood. And with flood insurance, if you don't know anything about it, you get coverage from anything that gets damaged from the ground up. So your basement isn't covered with flood insurance, but anything from the ground up on that main story, that's what's covered. Here, maybe about 5-6 years ago, there was a huge flood. People had to use flood insurance because of it. So this is an area that is beautiful. I mean, you can see all the trees. I mean, if I go all the way around and I just kind of show you here, I mean, here's some of the homes. Right here, some great, larger grand homes, because we're right across from the river, but a beautiful neighborhood, very affordable homes, and compared to some of the neighborhoods in East Lansing that might be a lot more, like $100,000, $150,000 more than this. But you do have to deal with flood insurance, and that can be $100 a month plus, depending on what zone it's in. And that's why having an agent is important, because we do know these things, and having an agent that you know, like, and trust, extremely important. So again, this is the end of my video. If you liked what you saw, you liked the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified with the new episodes that are going live. And also, if you're looking to move here at any point in time, I would love to be able to talk with you, even talk with you face-to-face on Zoom. That Zoom link is in the description below, as well as all my contact info. And I think that is it, folks. So until next time, I hope you take care and make it a great day.